I'm Zen Kuda, and this is a Thursday night Soul Space. Welcome to the Soul Space tonight. As usual, I have a little housekeeping to do with making sure that our broadcast is online. So if you will just bear with me for a few moments, we will get ourselves all straightened out, and before you know it, I will be on the air with my friends and talking about astrology and all kinds of things. Tarot, I have some cards to pull tonight, so I'm all set for you guys. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good week. It's been pretty good around here. Planets are not cooperating. They're a little bit dramatic, but other than that, I think we're all having a pretty good enough week. A lot of politics this week, huh? I'm not going to talk about that, though. Okay, so here we are. Let me make sure that I am online. Here I am. It's always a little surrealistic seeing yourself on camera and on the computer. But here we go. Going to share my show, and then we're going to see who's on tonight. Just got to share one more space. Got to mute myself. And then we're going to see who's online tonight. Beautiful weather today. I love it when it is nice and cool out and beautiful. I've got John Minetta. Okay. All right, we got some people on. Hi, John. Hi, Janine. Hi, Marianne. So tonight we're going to pull some cards in a little while. But first I'd like to talk about the astrology a little bit. And we have a lot of things happening right now. I'm going to sit this way because I feel like my lighting is not very good. Let me move myself. I've got to have good lighting. Here I am to say the day. So astrology first we'll talk about. How's that? So we have Mars squaring a lot of things. It's going to start to square Saturn soon. And that is going to, all this energy that everybody's been feeling, there's been a lot of energy out in the world. And we're all like, go, 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 right? Well, soon that's going to kind of hit a little bit of a wall as soon as Mars squares Saturn, because Saturn is our limitations. So towards the end of this week, hey Donna, hey Sarah. So towards the end of this week, you're going to feel this pushing that we have, this energy that we have right now, really pulling us, pushing us forward. You're going to feel that kind of go and be pulled back a little bit. But that's good, because the reason why is things want us to be a little bit more conservative than we are sometimes. I will say that a lot of times we get these bursts of energy and we want to do everything all at once. And what the energy really wants of us right now is that it really wants us to more or less be more conservative and do things step by step and be a little bit more cautious, let's say, about what we're doing. And I know that right now we have a lot of energy coming in that's giving us some real aha moments in our life and some breakthroughs and revealing a lot of things. And that's wonderful. But what we want to do is process all of that information more methodically. Don't be impulsive with it, okay? So I just have to put this on here. Okay. All right, here we go. So the energy right now is really pushing us forward, but you want to do that with a little bit of more temperament. So Kevin Mocker asked, you do know astrology is a scam. Actually, Kevin, I absolutely know that astrology is not a scam. And as someone who has studied it deeply for more than 11 years, I can assure you that the science and the way that astrology actually can be used to transform our lives is anything but a scam. So I don't know how long you've studied astrology for, but if you want to get into a discussion offline with me, I'd be more than happy to enlighten you as to everything that astrology can offer somebody. Hi, RJ. So we have Mars squaring Saturn this week. And if you hold on 1 second, I'm just going to get my notes because I left them over here on the table. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Just had to get my notes. Okay. So, I will also take, Kevin says, energy doesn't want anything. It can't want. It doesn't have a mind. Energy does not have a brain as you and I know, but energy certainly does have senses. And it certainly does create a sensory perception of our own that makes us want to act a certain way. And as a matter of fact, energy holds many spiritual lessons for us. So you don't have to have a brain to actually understand. So Kevin, if you don't like the broadcast, please just log off because we only want positivity here. So hi David, how are you? So we had that new moon in Leo on Monday, and I have to say I really enjoyed that new moon. I was on line with you guys all Tuesday night, and we did a beautiful meditation for it. So I am doing good, Janine. I want to know how you guys are doing. So on that Tuesday night broadcast, I was talking about our heart and the heart space and heart energy. And I have to say that that Leo new moon on Tuesday evening really did open up my heart in a lot of really beautiful ways. I had some beautiful meditations that night, and I journaled and really got a lot of downloads about heart space and really like what we really value in our lives and what we really truly desire and where we're going from there. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about gratitude, appreciation, and love tonight. And I recently wrote a blog about anger, because I feel like a lot of the energy out in the world right now is about anger, and people are angry. And I think there's a reason for that. I think that not only are people angry and frustrated because things are changing, and they're changing at a very rapid pace, and sometimes the things that we're taught that are really best for us, we're conditioned to believe in, when they change, we get angry about it. We get fearful. And so the anger sets in. Hi, Sarah. Thank you. So I wrote a blog, it's on my page, about anger. And I think that one of the reasons why anger is so prominent in society right now is because it is a energy that the matrix, that society is feeding us. And I think sometimes when people can be manipulated to stay angry, it creates an environment where they become very mutable. And it creates an environment where they're easily led because they're preoccupied with their anger. And so I just want to let you know that my feeling about the current energy is that we should all try and observe and really go within to find our own truth and what the truth is, and not tie in so much to the matrix. And I'm just going to say, if Sally or any of the engineers are out there, if you could just block this Kevin Mocker, because I really don't want any negativity on my podcast. I don't know where this person came from, but I definitely feel that he's got nothing, positive or adding to our beautiful community in any way. So, all right. So, did that. Okay, so let me go back to our video. And I apologize to all of you out there for the interruption that we had tonight. We usually have such a beautiful community, so let's just send love to that person for whatever reason they feel the need to, really bring us to a place that's not going to help anybody, right? I'd love to know your take on all of that as well. Anybody out there? So this is the price you pay if you're going to put yourself out into the collective, right? So he's gone. Poof. So, hi everybody. So, so I do believe there's a lot of anger out there because people don't want things to change. You know, we all want the status quo. And as soon as the slightest thing changes, I feel like we get a little squirrely and nervous about it, and we shouldn't. And so that's also the energy of Mars squaring Pluto right now. We're going to see a little bit more of that as the weeks go by and progress. And I think it's really important for us to stay in our own counsel, keep our own hearts open with love. And that's what came through for me on the Tuesday evening's new moon in Leo. So couple of things happening also. We've got some grand fire trines coming in, which is going to give us all this energy. That's what we're feeling, all this push. I don't know about you guys, but I had so much going on today. And it was actually refreshing because energy's been a little bit flatlined for a while. So, alrighty then. So, I'm going to do cards tonight, and I also wanted to talk to you guys about making changes. Now, we have so many changes going on in the world, and I think that's made us all anxious and some of us angry, and some of us can accept that and flow with it. But I think that it's really important for us to think about the changes in our heart. And there's so much energy swirling around us in the external world. If we can focus on our heart space, and especially in these last days of August, because towards the end of this week, the sun is going to go into Virgo, and that's going to change the energy a lot. And Leo energy, where we are now, is very much a heart-based energy. So if we can use just these next couple of days, because Saturday, the sun is going to go into Virgo. So use these last couple of days and the last degrees of Leo to really get in touch with your heart space. There are places in your heart that will show you your direction, your purpose, and your true value and the things that you value in your life. And I think it's really important for us now to tap into that, because we've got challenges right now about what's true and what's not true. And I think that a lot of times we go to the external to really think about or be clarified as to what is true. And that's really not where we should be going for our own truth. I don't think we should be asking the neighbor, asking the family member. Our own truth should really come from within and really come from the energy that we feel within that heart space and what we know to be true. So I just wanted to, put that out there, because I think that we are going too much into the externals of life and relying too much on the externals for what we really should be going to within ourselves for. I am just going to look at the comment section because I don't have it up yet. See what's going on here. Pauline says anger is a version of fear. Yes, I think that absolutely correct. We give away power. But I think that truthfully, to me, anger is a version of fear. But I think it all comes from fear. I think there's only two things that we feel in life, and that's fear and love. And when we're not in love, we're in fear. It manifests in different ways. And I think that one of the points that was brought to me very early on in my journey by one of my very great gurus was that you're either in fear or love at any moment in your life. That's the free will. That's it in a nutshell. But when we go into fear, it takes many different forms. And it's really important when you analyze your heart space that you know the form that your fear is taking. And the way we learn that is to sit with our emotions for a little while sometimes, instead of our instinct being to throw them off on another person. So when we sit in those emotions and we really understand what they are, then the awareness brings us truth. And from there, we can go further. People often will say, I'm upset. And whenever I hear that, or if ever one of my clients says that about relaying a story and they say, well, I was upset, I always say, well, no, upset is not an emotion. Upset is a verb, but it's not an emotion. You were upset how? What did you feel? Were you jealous? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you, envious? Were you just angry, frustrated? What was the emotion? And I think that simple exercise of really identifying an emotion is really one of the first ways that we become really in tune with our heart space and what's really going on with ourselves. So I think that's something really important to, tap into and unpack and learn to unpack your emotions. Because I have to tell you, all of our power is absolutely in our emotions. It's in our emotions, it's in the way we feel, and the way we act out our emotions is really everything in life. So I just hid my Zenkuda logo. Not loving this podcast so far, so let's see if we can make it better. Okay, so I want to talk a little about the heart space, did those. Really want to encourage you all to make those changes in your heart, because that's really where we're coming from right now in the energy of the collective and also in the energy of ourselves. Another energy that I felt coming in a lot this week was the energy of healing our past. South Node in Sagittarius is actually right on the galactic center right now, which is God energy. So when the South Node, which is our past, which is things that we come into the world with, when that energy goes on the galactic center, you're going to find deep healing from things from your past. You're going to find deep healing from things that, maybe patterns that you've had your whole life, and now all of a sudden you're actually seeing them for what they are. So be aware of that and know that that's probably coming. We've never before in the history of, I think, the planet, I know in the history of my lifetime anyway, we've never had so much time to be contemplative as we do now, because our activities are so restricted, right? So we have a lot of time to be contemplative, and I think that we should really be using it, because I think that that contemplative time is going to bring us to where we're supposed to be in order to go to the next level of our evolution. And I think 2020 is the year that we decide how to love ourselves. I know for me, these last 8 months have been hugely about that. I fought the battle long ago for self-love, and I really do have a tremendous amount of love for myself. I take care of myself. I'm a very good human at those things. But I feel like this was the year for me in the last 8 months that I brought it to a whole other level. It was almost like the level of self-love that I now understand, and the idea of Georgia loving Georgia, has become profound to me in my contemplative moments. How so? Because it's become a almost like ritualistic daily moment-to-moment vibe. I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of otherworldly. It's almost like I love myself in every way, every moment of the day, by the choices I make constantly, from not accepting something that's not enough to taking care of myself, body, mind, spiritually. The self-love factor this year has just reached a completely new height for me, and what I feel from that is freedom. And so I really encourage you all to decide how you're going to love yourself in this lifetime. Decide how you want to be loved in this lifetime, because contemplation energy is there for us to hone that. I'll give you an example, like even the foods that I eat now, I eat less. I never eat a lot anyway. I'm not a big person, but I eat less now so I can afford to eat organic, because organic vegetables and things are a little more expensive, so I eat less. I buy them and I eat less. And I found that I'm teaching myself really how to care for my body in a more human way and in a more humble way. And it's really been making me feel so high vibe. I'm very careful what I eat and consume as far as my media. I've always been that way, but now taking it to another level where I discipline myself about it. Because I feel a lot of times our anger, our frustrations in life are a direct result of what we're consuming, including our food and our mental intake and our media. So 2020 is really the year that we've got to decide how we're going to love ourselves. And how to bring more love into our lives. I guess that's really the gist of the whole thing, is as I'm learning to love myself on a level I never even realized before, I'm also learning how to bring more love in my life, preparing for things better, and just bringing things to a different level. And I think that that's been really, really nice for me. Has it been a really difficult year? Abso-frickin-lutely. This has been one of the most difficult years of my life, and I've had some really difficult years. But I think that what this is about is the collective consciousness. I think that this is about us coming into a place in our lives where we are living our lives in a certain way, bringing more love into our life, loving ourselves more, and at the same time, I think that we're learning how to live more in line with the collective energy that's in the world as well. Being that we are more into enlightenment and having these great awakenings. And I think the awakenings may be about ourselves, but then we're bringing them out into the collective. And that's where I think we're really transforming the future of love. And so if I had to sum up the mission, the moral of the story for 2020, it would be this is the year that we transform the future of love. Because I think that we've learned how to love ourselves differently, and we're learning how to love each other differently. And that's a huge undertaking. And I think this year was the catalyst for that. And now we will spread this out across the decade in many, many, many different ways. So today on the 20th, we've got a grand trine in Earth. That is transformation. So if after tonight's broadcast you can meditate or do something that grounds you in the earth, go out in the backyard, do something like that, the transformation that you will feel will be huge. Tomorrow, Venus is at 13 degrees of Cancer. That is an emotional revolution. Venus in Cancer is our emotions. So we're going into the weekend with emotions a little bit heightened. And also, whatever the energy was Tuesday in the new moon for you, that sets us up for 2021. The new moon energy, whatever came in, is setting the stage because Leo sets the stage for Aquarius. We have those polarities. So this is really about transforming the future of love. We're going to pull cards in a minute. Just reading the rest of my notes. Yeah, and understanding how love works in your life. You know, how have you loved before? How has love treated you? How do you love? And that's going to show you how you want to be loved. You know, where is love bringing you? Are you in touch with love? Do you live in your heart, or are you angry and bitter? We're seeing a lot of angry and bitter people out there, and they need to come back down into their heart space. All right. So I'm going to do a podcast about 2021 soon and the energy for 2021. That's going to rock your boats, I know. So my first card, I'm going to go back. Sorry, I'm wheezing a little bit tonight. And no, I don't have the Rona. Okay, so I'm going to go to cards. Hey, Jacqueline. Hi, Maria. Maria Macaluso, I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm doing tarot tonight and whatever else Spirit tells me to do. So, okay. So today was a day of breakthrough. Things change today. Even if it's just you feel the energy changes. That grand fire earth, that grand trine, that grand earth trine is a definite breakthrough type energy. It's kind of maybe like a little bit of a test, something that you've been trying to create, but it's all going to come together. Right now we're in a production phase in the world, in our lives. We're not in a creative phase. We're in the production phase. We're working it out. We're figuring how we want to do something. And then in the next few days after this, weeks to come, we'll be actually executing it. So Maria, your card for this evening is, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, Maria, which is abundance. The Eight of Pentacles, you can see this person is doing all kinds of hard work, and this is a card of hard work pays off. It's a card of abundance, keep working, keep doing what you're doing. 8 is the number of abundance and prosperity. So this is definitely a card that you will have abundance if you keep working hard at whatever you're trying to work hard at. And I'm going to pull one of the soul cards for you as well. And Maria, your soul card also has hands. If you look at this card, to me, it speaks of hard work. If you look at the imprints on the hands, they almost look like leaves or imprints, like handprints on handprints. And this is a card for me that is also about toil and hard work. And also, I don't know if you've been gardening lately, but I just got the feeling that you were working in the soil. This is definitely hard work paying off. So if you've been working on a project or thinking about doing something, definitely keep yourself in the production stage of that. Okay, card from Marianne Sabatino. All right. Marianne, this is for you. Just looking at my comments. Okay, so Marianne. Seeing flowers around you, Marianne. Flowers. Lots of flowers around you. I don't know if today is a birthday or anniversary for someone, but I'm feeling a lot of flowers around you. Yeah. Like celebratory. Okay. You are not alone. This card, you see 2 people walking in the storm, almost like orphans in the storm. But if you look at the window of the church, it has the pentacles, which is abundance and prosperity. So to me, this card shows you that you are not alone. All right? And now I'm going to pick a soul card for you, Marianne. Yeah, Marianne, I'm getting like a celebration. I don't know if it's somebody's birthday or something, anniversary. But I definitely am seeing flowers, celebration around you. Marianne, you're not alone. You're feeling alone and you're not alone. Just look up. Don't look down. You think you're caught in a well or caught in a darkness. You're not. Look at all the light above you. Look up, not down. Reach up, not down. Don't let yourself get down and depressed. Definitely reach up. You are so loved. There's love all around you. Okay, next card is for Janine. Can't get over how wonderful the weather has been. I've been out every day doing stuff. Janine, you got one of the best cards in the deck. This is the Ace of Cups. And usually when I pull the Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning in love. This is a soulmate energy. This is some kind of love relationship coming in for you. It's almost like if you look at this, the chalice and the hand, it almost looks like baptism. And this is like new energy, peace, love, having faith. This is definitely a great, unbelievable, new love, soulmate, best card in the deck kind of thing. Wow, that's great. I'm going to pick a angel card for you. See if we can confirm that reading. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Boop. Prosperity. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So you've got abundance coming, and I think love too, but you've got a lot of abundance. Your luck is definitely, look at the green in both cards, healing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. So just take that with you, Janine, and just keep doing whatever energy you're doing because you are on track for really great stuff. Wow, that's a great read. Sarah, I'm going to pick a card for you. Sarah, I feel like you are working on some kind of a project, like work project, or it's work, but it's not like a job work. It's like you're changing, doing something more heart-based or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like something new's coming down for you. Yeah, and I got the same card as the last time. So this is also something, hard work paying off. whatever it is that you're working on, keep going because it's coming. This time until the end of the year for all of us is a very productive time and very creative time. Don't worry about completion. That comes in 2021. Just keep doing the steps. Do the steps. Do the steps. All right? And I'm going to pull an angel card for you, Sarah, to confirm that read. Patience. Archangel Jophiel, who's also the angel of beauty. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So when I see this, hard work paying off, and you see the cobbler is building, this is a time for you of building, of creativity. So have patience. Look at this, watering the garden, angel and Jophiel here. The flowers will grow. Just keep nurturing them. Keep doing what you're doing, and it all comes together. So absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, David, this is for you. David said he's having some money issues. Let's see what the cards say. David, there's a check in the mail. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like there's something coming in for you. Yeah, and lots of choices. So it could be that something comes in for you, check in the mail kind of feel, but that this happens because you've got a lot of choices to make. So, you know, the way you make a lot of choices is one choice at a time. All right? And your angel card, David, is healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, adequate sleep, and exercise. So if you haven't been feeling well physically, you need to take better care of yourself. But I really do feel like you've got a lot of choices to make. Make healthy choices. All right? And I also feel like there's something coming for you, a small check in the mail or something like that. John, I'm picking a card for my honey. John is the #1 fan of Zenkuda, Soul Space podcast. John Mineta is one of my dearest friends, and he's like the honey of Zenkuda, because there has never been a broadcast in the history of podcasting that John has not come to on my podcasts. I don't know what the hell I'm doing tonight. Okay. I hope you guys are laughing with me. Divine order. John, you know what this means. I know you know. Divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order and the balance of the scales. So you know things are coming out good for you, John. Things are coming just the way they're supposed to. Oh my God, I love this card for you. Okay. I'm going to clarify that with a tarot card, John. Yeah. New beginnings, baby. New beginnings. Cup runneth over. Everything's going to be fine. You got it. You know this is coming. So good luck to you. All right. Odette, I'm going to pick a card for you. Don't get a dog till you go to Arizona, RJ. Don't get a dog now. You're not going to have patience for it. Okay? All right, Odette. Odette, you have the King of Pentacles. This is either a Capricorn or Virgo. I feel it's a Capricorn male. This is a Capricorn male. Somebody born in December around you. This is a good energy. Let me pick an angel card. Want to get the message for this Capricorn male that's around you. I'm sorry, my voice is hoarse. I'm just tired today. Did a lot of energetic work. Okay. Yeah, this is a counselor card. It says you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your advice. I feel like this guy, I don't know why I'm getting the name John, but I feel like Capricorn male, I'm getting the name John or a J name, and I feel like you always talk to him and give him advice, but be careful because you give too much. Like, what are you getting back from this? Are you accepting something that's not enough for you? All right? So that's what I'm getting, Odette. I hope that makes sense. Jackie Solari, going to pick a card for you. I'm going to angel cards, please. And then I'll do Pauline. Okay, Jacqueline. You're not alone, Marianne. You, first of all, we all love you. And I know you have family that loves you. And your spouse, I know your husband passed, he's with you. You can go in your mind and be, remember memories and things anytime. Okay, this is for Jacqueline. Jacqueline, this is passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Did you guys hear a bell? I just heard a bell. Okay, I heard a bell. Passion, Jacqueline. I feel like this is passion for something in your own life, like not romantic passion, but something that you're thinking of doing. So if it is, please pursue it because it's going to bring you such joy and such satisfaction. Let me pick a tarot card for you because I want to just clarify the energy. I'm feeling like, especially somewhere, we have a full moon, I believe, the beginning of September. I have to look up the date. The next full moon. I feel like there's something that happens that really ignites your passion on the next full moon. But this is really about passion in the love life. Yeah, maybe, but I feel like this is coming from within you. So that's how it feels to me. And I have the Queen of Wands, and I feel like this is you. I don't know when your birthday is, but Queen of Wands would be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, and passion, and it kind of matches fire and passion. This is about more self-love. I think it might be bringing in romantic passion, Jacqueline, but I feel like this is about love you have for yourself that is now emanating out and brings in the person. It emanates out and brings in the person. That's how I'm feeling it. All right? Pauline. Did I pick a card for you, Pauline? I thought I did. Let me pick one. The guides are telling me the soul cards for you. I know, Janine, all your hard work, right? Love it. Okay. And if anybody has any questions, please ask me. I will try and answer. I don't need the cards to go into the energy. All right? I feel like I look tired on camera, and I'm trying to not have that critical mind because it has nothing to do with my soul. Lessons, lessons. Always having lessons, right? Okay. This is a card for Pauline. Pauline, this is really contemplative energy. I feel like you've done a lot of contemplation. But I also feel like you need to be more authentic in your own counsel. The light around the head is light, but it's dim. It could be a lot brighter. And I feel like you're still living part of your life through other people's eyes. In other words, okay, and I don't mean this to be offensive because it's always just a message that comes through. It's not me because it's not offensive. But there's a part of our journey where we feel enlightened, we feel awakened, but we still have a need for approval and attention seeking in some ways. We all do. And I feel like that's where you need to work now. I feel like you need to be more inside of you and okay with that rather than have to go outside to be okay with it. All right? That's just the energy that I'm getting. And the reason why is because there's light around the head, but it's like it's trying to come out. And we shine the most powerfully when praise and criticism have equal value, and that's little value. I, have people in my life who always tell me, oh, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. And I also have people in my life who are very critical. I really don't pay much attention to either one because the only thing that is important to me is my relationship with myself and God. All the rest is cream in my coffee. So I've learned to live through these eyes. And if I'm not satisfied, then I do something about it. It has nothing, I don't need anyone else to tell me who I am. And that's a really long, arduous journey to get to that. And we work on it every day. It's a perpetual journey. And I feel like that's still the most important part of your journey is in that. Let that light become brighter by just being okay with what's in here and who you are. And you don't need you don't need to be heard over the din. You will be noticed more when you are confident and in your own power. All right? That's what I got from that. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, Janine got great cards. Gina! Love you, Gina. Gina and I were talking before. I wish we could have talked longer today, Gina, but I had a hectic work day, so. You're welcome. Thanks for doing the work. I'm not sure what that means, but. Oh, okay, Sarah. John, you are going to get, like, great stuff happening. Oh, thank you, David. Odette. Okay, John. Yeah, that's the name I got. Hope that's right. Did you hear it, Pauline? Because I heard the bell, so I don't know what that was. I don't know. I got to play the thing back because I heard something. At first, I thought my phone was ringing, and then I'm like, I don't know what that was. And there's been some stuff going on around here, Pauline, because, as I said, my friend passed away about a week, July 27th. So we have full moon is September 4th. Thank you. Jacqueline, I feel like the full moon, something big time passion-wise is going to happen. But my friend passed away July 27th, and we've had a lot of weird stuff going on in the house. And he lived here, so. 9-2. Okay. We're all working on it, Pauline. Don't worry about it. Every day, right? I hit the delete button on social media. I had a thing today. I was just like, I can't do this. And I actually unfriended someone today that is very dear to me. And I didn't unfriend them because I was angry or anything. I unfriended them because I didn't want to be in a conversation. And I actually texted her afterwards and I said, hey, I just don't want this crazy world to come between friendships. So I'll refriend her when that conversation's gone because I do not want to get pulled into it. So I hope you guys are all having a good night. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anything else? We've got a few minutes left. So if there's anything that you want me to answer or anything that you need answered. I'm going to go back to my notes, see what's happening in the astrology. Okay. Our sun goes into Virgo on Saturday, and that's definitely going to change the energy. You guys are going to feel that because we go from a fire, Leo, the sun in Leo, fire, to the sun in Virgo, which is earth. So if you've been working on anything that has seemed a little bit too energetic or happening too fast, it will slow down now. It will give you a chance to really think about it more, be in it more, be fully present in it more, rather than have it come in and be happening so fast you really don't get to enjoy it. The energy has been very, very quick and very fast moving these days. So that'll slow down a little bit in Virgo. The other thing, Virgo is a sign of health. It's a sign of service to the world. So if there's anything to do with your health that you've been worried about or really wondering to change a diet or something like that, it's great to do in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is also our service to the world, our daily routines. So if you have not been keeping up with your daily routine, in Virgo, the energy will really be more supportive for that. So just know that. And any kind of daily routine that it has to do with work, daily life, the mundane things in life are all Virgo. Virgo is also a very hard-working energy. It's a very industrious energy. So if there's anything that you need to bring up, I'm reading Jackie's thing. If there's anything that you need to bring up to completion, now's the time to do it because Virgo's very hardworking. Yes, Jackie, you got the Passion card on the angels. I'm going to see if I can find it for you. And we talked about the full moon that I feel like passion's coming up during the full moon for you. But I also felt like the passion, here's the card. It was the angel card for passion. And the feeling I got was that the passion came in from within going out. From within going out. The other card I got was also a passion card. It was something with fire. It was the Queen of Wands. Yeah, don't ask me how I remember that. Spirit's helping me out. It was the Queen of Wands. And if I can find it for you. And I said, I feel like that's you. I don't know when your birthday is, but I felt like that was representative of you and passion and self-love coming from within you. I feel like you're working on love for yourself and you're becoming very excited and very passionate about that. And that you bring that from within out, and that brings in another that's passionate. So I hope that you heard that and that goes well. Okay? Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Pauline. I felt like this show wasn't so good. And I'm trying to not be in the critical mind because my Libra sun is that. And I feel, I rate myself all the time because I have such high standards for myself. And I'm like, you're going on camera, you look tired, your hair isn't really done, you don't really have a lot prepared. What are you doing, Georgia? But it always works out. Angelique, I felt, not so much for you, but when I was reading David, I felt like, for some reason, I felt like you guys are going to go to the mailbox and there's going to be a small check there. Maybe it's a refund or something like that, but I feel like there's a little something coming. All right? Odette, that John energy that's strong in your life right now, I don't think it's a bad energy. I think it's okay. What I think, though, is that you give more than you get. And one of the revelations that I had this week, I'll share with you guys, even though it's a little personal. But hell, what the hell, right? Okay, this was a revelation. I had to think for a minute. The revelation was that in my life, I, as a child, okay, going back, because we're all doing inner child work now, especially with the way that the planets are lining up with Chiron, which is the wounds we bring in. So when I was a little kid, I often didn't get my needs met. I lived in a very big, noisy house. Sometimes it was violent, but there was also love there, right? So thank you, Christina. So I, didn't, thank you. You guys are all so sweet. But I didn't always get my needs met. And so what does a kid do when they don't get their needs met? There's all different things kids do. Some kids act out and become like real battle royale brats. Other kids ignore it. Some kids become, introverted and nervous Nellies their whole life. I was a tough kid. I grew up in a tough house, big Italian, don't know if I'm allowed to say that anymore, a house. And my father was strict, sometimes to the point of psychotic. But, you lived with it, right? So when my needs didn't get met, my pattern was I accepted whatever was given to me. I walked away from it being okay with it. I told myself it was okay. I allowed myself to take a crumb when I really wanted the whole enchilada. And why? Because that was my defense mechanism as a child. When a child has to live in an environment where their needs aren't getting met, they learn to fend for themselves. They learn to develop defense mechanisms so that they can function in the world. And one of my defense mechanisms was pretending everything was okay. And so now I grow up and the relationships in my life, while many of them were good relationships, they weren't really what I deserved. I deserved a lot more. But I allowed that to be okay because I thought that was how I would be in life. That's how I defended myself. That's how I kept myself protected, was not to let it bother me when someone didn't give me what I wanted, when someone didn't give me what I desired and deserved. I was okay with my cup being half full or 3/4 of the way full. And this was not a conscious thing. I didn't walk around saying, oh, I really need like 100% and I'm getting 40. Never even thought about it. I just functioned this way. And so this week I was in a very deep meditation and I realized that doing that, I was hiding. I was hiding from life. I was shortchanging myself, yeah. Riding that whole unworthy train that everyone does, yeah. I mean, I haven't been in a relationship like that was not worthy of me for many, many years. But the point was, what I was really doing was hiding. I was kicking the can down the road and kicking the can down the road, never having to confront life for what I truly deserved and demanding 100% and going out and getting it for myself and giving it to myself because I didn't do that work. I didn't look at things that way. And so instead of doing that work, which would have been a lot of work to do, especially at a young age, I just hid from that. Everything was okay. All right, I'm giving and giving and giving, and I'm really not getting a lot, but that's okay. I can handle it. I'm a big girl. I'm tough. I don't really need it. That was the pattern. So I finally realized in a deep meditation this week that was because that's how I took care of myself when I was little. It's like, okay, your mother and father are going to ignore you, or okay, if you open your mouth, you're going to get beat, or okay, you know, this, you're going to be punished or this or that. So just go along to get along. Take your 25% that you get and be good with it. And so most of my life became deprivation. And what I realized was that when you grow up with deprivation, when you grow up deprived, you confuse deprivation with enough. You confuse 40% with 100% because you don't know the difference. And I'm so grateful that in my life now, I know what 100% looks like. And I give it to myself. And in turn, have that come in from others. And allow myself to receive that. And that's what I am just wanted to say to all of you, because I think for so many of us that grow up in any kind of deprivation, we're deprived, and we don't even really know it. Our instinct as a child is to just take whatever we have and be able to make it nourish us. And so now we're confused and we think that deprivation is enough. And it's not enough, and we all deserve 100%, and go out there and get it. Okay? So that's my soapbox for tonight. We're almost end of the broadcast. I'm glad. Thank you, Janine. I hope that that helps someone. And I think it's a lot of people's story. And if we can be grateful for where we are now, because I truly believe once we have an awareness of a lesson, the karma is already cleared. Once you have the awareness, you're cleared the karma, because you're going to never let it happen again. You're working on it. And that's clearing the karma. And so we all have to, well, thank you, Jacqueline. So we all have to work on it. You know, we all have to work on getting that 100% and giving it to each other, because we can't give it to anyone if we don't have it in ourselves, right? So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope I wasn't too personal with anybody and myself and all. But I love my Thursday night podcast. We're going to actually make them even bigger soon. I'm actually building a studio in my home so that I can really be more professional on our broadcasts. And it's going to be great, the Zenkuda Studios. I hope you all come and visit. So thanks so much. And if ever you need a question answered or anything, just PM me, personal readings, private readings, zenkuda.com, Instagram, Zenkuda Official, and of course on Facebook all the time. My blog is available on my website. We're rolling all those over. So whatever you guys need, we're here. And thank you so much for participating in the Zenkuda community. I hope you're all friending and watching out for each other in love. Thank you so much. I'll see you all Tuesday night at 7 on my live, and Thursday nights at 6:30 on govsradio.com. Thanks so much. Good night, everybody.